Hello, visionary family. How are you today? I come to you today in the spur of the moment, and unfortunately, I have to wear my mask because I'm going to be around a lot of people. So, hopefully, you can understand what I'm saying, but I'm going to just talk about ego and as a distinction for leaders. I think it's good that we understand from our new perspective, our new earth-waking village, um, awaken life identity, that ego can have a good balance in our lives. We don't have to worry about it being so negative because we were coming from a different, more of a self-serving, self-centered perspective with ego. Now that we are transformed and we are becoming more and more distinguished as leaders, and we're coming from the heart and not from the brownie points and the position perspective, but we're coming from making a difference, bringing a solution based on our own personal experiences and based on what the world needs and what the world is suffering from, with compassion as opposed to power. I think ego is a great tool to keep a balance, a healthy balance in our mentality as leaders. Ego can be used in this case. I see it as an expression when we're coming from a love and heartfelt position as a leader. When we use the ego in a loving way, we are coming to express our concerns, but we want the receiving party to understand that we are there for them, and we want their voices, that we want them to know their voices are being heard, and there's no solution up to now, and therefore we're committed to the solution and committed to the cause. So the ego becomes a positive platform for us to use in our leadership role. And it's also good in our personal role because we are expressing an interest in others. We are listening to some complaints maybe from someone in a personal conversation or someone casually that we run into. And when they speak their dismay and their depression over the situation, then we can express ourselves and saying that we're going to take a stand, we're going to do something about it. We're right now in the process of putting together a program that addresses that very same issue, taking authority, but at the same time letting them know on a compassionate level that we care and we too are aware and we too know that there needs to be a solution. Talk doesn't do anything. We must come together, unite, and take action. So in that manner, coming from love and compassion, ego is friendly. Ego has a position, and it still is a leadership position, but it includes humility, which is important in our new self, our new identity. Also, when you look at it from the non-loving perspective, then ego becomes more of an expression of yourself. Yourself, it's more of a self, um, I'd say self-centered, and you're pumping yourself up. You're coming in authority as a know-it-all, and that um, don't understand why nobody's done anything about it, and you're gonna go to the authorities and you're gonna do that. You're coming as you know, and you got it all figured out, and yet nobody else has done it. So when your ego is so full of you and yourself, and when your ego is talking about me, myself, and I, and there's no room for perspective from others, and others who have experienced the problem, then you're being more of a, it's not a united effort, but it's more of a, what's in it for me, and I want to get the glory. And so that is the more of the old identity. So some of us are still fluctuating between both. Some of us have seen the crossroads, and some of us are able to step forward and into love and come with compassion and humility. So we have to, step back and always try to evaluate where are we coming from in this day and time. The other thing about ego is ego can be very good in that it is a gratitude. Um, you can have a gratitude and ego because you're thankful that you have an ego that watches out for you and is attentive to things that may not be good, which is that fearful side to protect you. So that's good that you have the gratitude to know that your ego is protecting you out of fear and the unknown. But then when you have a healthy balance, the ego is very, I would say, the ego is very generous, or it generates a freedom. It generates a freedom in that you are expressing a concern and you know that you need to go at it in a way that it will uh, get others inspired to join in on your cause. So you're getting it out there, you're letting people know this has been an issue for too long, it's become oppressive, it's getting a lot of people hopeless, a lot of people are alone and isolated and they are suffering from this and it's been happening too much. So, let's join together. We have a few resources, we need more help. So we're going to generate inspiration. We're going to generate positive uh, enforcement to take action and to resolve the problem and get the help. So that's the good thing about ego is that you can use it and balance it in that way and generate interest, generate inspiration, and your team members can say, this has been going on for a long time. My mother went through this. My sister went through this, with the usual kind of negative aspects of a problem that's been going on for a long time. There will be some negative comments even coming from your leadership team. But when you are able to generate inspiration, yes, I know, but we still have to be the trailblazers and we have to go at it and, pray for guidance that the Lord is with us and He will lead us into a strategy position where we will be successful. What does He not know? He's the wisest of the wisest. So He will be there with us to guide us, to lead us to the right people, to get the right resources, and to generate the inspiration to keep people with us as we attack and take over on that solution. And finally, I think ego allows us to have an optimistic viewpoint when we're coming from love and compassion, that we know there's going to be challenges. We know we're going to have some people that are going to be naysayers. But at the same time, they are all operating on fear and ego as well. And so we have to see in the mirror that we're going to see some people that are going to still be as we used to be when it comes to ego. We're going to see ourselves in the mirror. So therefore, we're familiar. And we'll know how to tackle that in a way that's not going to hurt or cause any strife or assault on anybody, because we have been in their position. And now that we've taken a new identity coming from love and compassion, we can now come as overcomers of that old perspective. And now we're bringing in optimism, and also we want to move forward. And let's see what we can overcome together. So I think these 3 points is what I got out of ego for this week. And, I'd like some feedback and see what you guys think. And this is all I have for today for ego. So enjoy. Can't wait to see you, family. Bye bye.